What's up, man? You got me? We're, let's freaking go. We've done it. We've cracked the code. It's part of it, brother. Booze, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? I see Boom's 303 is in the chat right now. Vapin's here. I'm here. We got 11 people that are watching us, so
Yeah, there we
that's
go.
pretty exciting.
Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now. Go ahead and talk, Ray.
This is me. We're hanging out. We're doing the thing.
All right. Now he is live on location in Florida, and I'm really sorry about that, you guys. My whole goal was to be professional on this show, since we're talking tools of the trade.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's.
And then you know it? We'll just talk about how you live pivot and figure the things out. You know?
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, it's kind of like I feel freaking terrible now, dude. You know, I mean, it's one of those things to where you get in there and you're like, okay, you know, I'm going to totally do this thing. I mean, Ray and I have been talking about doing this show for what, probably like the last
for weeks.
Yes,
4 weeks almost.
And so, you know, doing like the episode 1, like box fresh, this is basically what you get as we try to figure stuff out. But you guys should be able to hear both of us. And if you guys can, let me know in chat in terms of the mix. I'm going to redo the chat and all that other kind of stuff for on-screen, so you guys can look at the chat messages. I just did not get a chance to do that yesterday. You guys, I freaking humped my butt to get this situated and set up for today. It took me a while.
Sure did, dude. You messaged me all day long yesterday.
I know. I was like,
great.
Ray probably was like, you know, please stop messaging me. I have things to do.
No, I felt so bad because I was like, greetings from Whole Foods as we're trying to do it. Dude, Tex is the freaking man, dude. The absolute man. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Here we are, episode 1.
Yes.
Episode 1 of what is going to be a pretty awesome, I think, insightful look at just kind of the behind the scenes of how Tex keeps it so crispy all the time.
Yeah, well, the whole problem like is this camera here. Like I use a Logitech Brio, which was gifted to me by one of the members of the community a long time ago, and it's not a bad camera. It's supposed to be incredible. It's supposed to be a 4K camera, but always makes me look washed out and stuff like that. So I'm not entirely too much of a big fan on Logitech, and then I have another one right here, which is that Razer Circle one, whatever that is.
Oh yeah.
Which is supposed to be full HD, 60 FPS, and I think that camera's a little bit better. It looks nowhere near as crispy as your camera does, which is just a stock camera on a Mac right now. And then, of course, when you're at home,
camera on a MacBook,
dude. And of course, when you're at home in your studio, your camera looks freaking flawless in your living room. There.
So that's the thing. Like, I actually wanted to talk about that today. So, like, for me, like when I started going live, and before I ever hit the live button ever, there was a handful of creators that I had really studied and looked at to see kind of like what their quality was, kind of how they functioned and did the things that they do. And I told a buddy of mine who was like, man, you should just go live. And I was like, I'm not going live until I know for a fact that my camera quality is going to at least rival this stuff, if not be better. Doc was one, and Doc's production is incredible. I have to look her up. There was a girl 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know what her name was, but she streamed from like this little office room, and she had like, I remember like this Pikachu stuffed animal behind her. But man, her lighting was so good and her camera quality was so good. And I was like, until I can do that, I'm not going to go live. And so I'm a photographer and a videographer and a production guy by trade. The reason I'm actually here, I'm in Lake Placid, Florida right now. My team is about 20 feet from me that way. We're doing a load in for a summer camp. I hear myself.
Sorry, I muted it. Should be fine now.
No, it's fine.
Making sure chat's working too.
And as a photographer, like I've always got camera bodies laying around, and so people have asked me like, what camera do I use? I'm using the first professional camera I'd ever bought and have since replaced in my main lineup. It's an old Sony A7R2, which was a phenomenal camera back in the day. And like some Sony G Master glass. So like, it's a pretty intense camera setup, to be honest with you. But I've seen people that do a lot more with a lot less. So I say all that to say, like you said, this camera quality is just from the Mac. You make work what you have to make work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, and that's what's so incredible. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I asked you to actually kind of do this program with me, because you've been doing it for so long, just like I have. Of course, my background comes from I did internet radio for years. I was actually playing Matrix Online at the time, and one of the things that they used to do, I don't know if you played that game. Did you play it?
No, so Matrix Online, back then I was still a console guy. I remember when that game came out and I was in college, I remember reading the IGN articles about this game coming out and thinking, this is the greatest thing of all time. Maybe one day it'll come to console.
No, I mean, you know, the